Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I am coming at you with League of Legends, the unsung hero of the ARAM series. And in this one, I will be playing Riven. Now, my ping, if you notice, in this one's really high. I actually had my VPN, which is Virtual Privacy Network, still on, and I didn't realize it. But it didn't affect me all that much, so meh, what can you do? So, Riven. And yes, I actually like the Crimson Elite Riven. I don't know why, I've just been using it. You don't see it very often. You always see like Bunny Suit or Season 2 or anything like that. And it's like, nah, big deal. So, my teammates will be Draven, Wukong, Nunu, and Annie. We are against Shyvana, Ezreal, Morgana, Galio, and Kassadin. Overall, not a bad team. They got some upfront tankage, they got CC, they've got Peel, they've got some strong ultis in there. But my team's not suffering too bad either. You know, Nunu's definitely good. We have Draven, who's very strong. We also have Annie, of course, with Tibbers, and Wukong, who ulti is actually very, very strong in League of Legends. So I'm going to be following along with me, of course, and I'm going to be talking about Riven a little bit. Riven, really, really strong. You can play her as an AD Bruiser, we're going 921, or you could play her as an AD Assassin, going 21-9. In this one, I believe I'm actually going 21-9. I'm going for damage, but I could be wrong. But I'm setting up to get an early Brutalizer. So I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones where I'm going for the damage. So 2 long swords, boots, and I believe 2 health pots. Maybe 3. I'm not sure. I can't quite see the number. Oh, no, 5 health pots. How the hell did I get all that? Oh, well. I forgot that it's showing it over on the side there. Now, Riven, what I do when I play Riven is I look for an opportunity to dash in and on the target, and there you go, and get the stun. And there we go, first blood goes right out onto Shyvana, who already burned her barrier trying to survive that. So just get right out there, dash in, get the stun, and then start swinging sword, you know? And I'm going to miss my stun there terribly. But that's kind of what you go for with Riven, is to land that stun on somebody and then just start wailing away with your little sword dance. And it's just really, really powerful. No matter who you are or who you're against, it's just really strong. And if you're building a good AD Riven, you're going to tear through most people. You know, and right there, Draven did get caught by the Morgana bind, and you saw me cut in front of Raven, playing the linebacker, if you will, body blocking the rest of the team from coming in and trying to do something on him. So that's what I was looking at there. I have no idea what these white bars are. I think they're stuck CC bars, but whatever the case may be. So not much happening since the first blood. You know, we're all pretty even except for that. So just kind of farming back and forth, keeping them at the tower, looking for somebody to come out, looking for somebody to get out of position. And it's just not happening right now, you know, what else can you say? Now, in this one, I have taken an extra point. What is her sword dance called as we follow Riven around? Broken Wings, I forgot. Looking at Broken Wings, I did take an extra point in that. Usually when I play Riven, I actually level her Key Burst or her stun first. I'll level that to 5 first, just to bring the cooldown down. It doesn't extend the stun any further, but it, you know, the cooldown, being able to have that stun more often is very important, and I'm not going to be able to get a stun there. Nunu! I'm going to be able to flash away as we put some good damage on the rest of the enemy team. I was a bit lucky in their part. I hesitated to go in because Nunu was just so low. I was worried that going in would turn out poorly, especially because Draven's low as well. Now, granted, what you saw me do there, you saw me take the Health Sigil. Granted, this could have gone to Nunu, Draven, or Wukong much better, but the fact that Ezreal was already almost on top of it, kind of meant that anyone who got close to it was going to take a lot of damage, if not die. Me being at higher health and being the danger that I am, and Annie will die there, but we will get, she will kill Ezreal, and we'll get Shyvana in the turn as well. So we end up getting 2 for 1 there. Yeah, but so me taking that health sigil denied it from Ezreal, and there we go, getting the stun and kill on Galio, or Galio, however you want to pronounce it. And then Nunu dies to Kassadin. But I denied the health from Ezreal, which is better than letting him get it, or letting someone that's low health on my team get in there and get themselves killed. Because like I've stated before, there does come a point where you get so low health, if you really don't have a way to come back, it may be better you just die. You let yourself either be killed, or you try and get yourself killed by diving into a turret or something, and just respawn with your health, because if a team fight breaks out, you're not going to be in the greatest positions to help. And I would not say this was the best engage, but it does turn out in my team's favor, 3 for 1, despite a lot of low health in there. And I do end up dying to Shyvana, but I pulled out a kill out of that, and like I said, my team got 2 others, so that's 3 assists. And Galio screwing up his ulti there. I do that a lot. I forget you can't click to move. Same with Nunu. I do the same thing with Nunu. Can't click to move. So this is something I'm doing a little bit more often. I've picked up the Brutalizer. I've picked up the Vampiric Scepter for some lifesteal. And I've picked up a red pot. Even though it's 350 gold, it gives you such an advantage in the earlier game, even in the late game, but more so in the early game. There are plenty of times where I'll actually pick up a red pot right at the beginning of the game. I'll pick up a couple items and a red pot rather than boots, because having that extra AD, having that extra health, is very surprising to the enemy team. You pop that, and the damage that you can output, they're not prepared for that. And it can mean the difference between getting a kill, not getting a kill. It can mean the difference between surviving, diving in, suicidal, to not surviving. It's just a real difference maker. Wukong is setting up to be more of our tank. Nunu's going AP, which is fine. We have our tank, we have our peel, we have Wukong's ulti. So I'm going damage. So that we have a little bit more AD Bruiser damage in there than just Draven. And Riven can just dish out so much damage so quickly that it's not even funny. As many times as she's been nerfed, I don't know who's been the most nerfed, but possibly the second most nerfed champion, next to Irelia, maybe, at least since I've been around. And there Tibrix comes out, and that's a lot of abilities wasted on that. Ezreal gets out of position, and I go for him, but I end up taking way too much damage, but I pop my ulti in on him anyways. Morgana ulti catches nobody, so that was a terrible waste. That was a lot of back and forth. Unfortunately, we lost Annie, and we're all fairly low. So I've gone ahead and popped my red pot, which I should have done earlier. And I believe I have a couple health potions. Yeah, I have 2 health potions ticking away. So you would think they would be doing better with better poke. They do have much better poke on their side. But we actually have stronger CC. And unfortunately, I get caught in the Galio ult, and I have to take a ton of damage, but Shyvana gets a little too brave and is able to be picked off. And there's the Nunu ult, and he pops it perfectly, picking up a triple kill right off the bat. That was beautifully played by Nunu, sitting right on the edge of the bush, and then popping the ulti just before everybody got out of it, picking up the instant triple kill on everybody that was low health, and that's going to result in the tower going down. Now, I can't say this is my best Riven play. I've had other Riven plays. I have a Riven play where I play Suicidal Riven, much like I played Suicidal Leona. And I die there, but Shyvana is now badly hurt, and she had to use her ulti to escape. So that's not playing in her favor. And going in against Annie, I wouldn't say it was the smartest. She pops barrier. Annie needs to just turn around and hit her. And there it is. Unfortunately, Annie will die as well, but at least she picked up a kill in the interim there. So, wasn't terrible, but my team did finally fall. We weren't all that great in health anyways, but we did get their tower. They don't have ours, so we have a nice lead on them. So I've gone ahead and I've picked up the BF sword. I'm looking to build this game's version, the ARAM version of the Bloodthirster. I forget what they call it on this map. I really haven't paid attention because I don't build it very often. But I decided to build it this time. I'm looking to try and get a dash-in stun, but it's not working. I get slowed by the Galio slow. And now I'm actually suffering is I don't have any defenses, which is kind of silly on my part. I should at least build a little bit. So I'm going to take a few moments to double back, pick up some health sigils, because I don't have, I have a little bit of time left on my red pot, but I don't have any health potions. So yeah, that's not good for me. So we're driving them back to their tower again, and I'm just going to face check the bush, and that's going to force Cassin to walk away. And there's the stun. Annie walks away with almost nothing. Galio does get his ult off. Nunu responds with his ult. And there we go. I'm going to pick off Ezreal with my ult. And Draven gets Galio. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced both ways. But we also end up losing Draven. But still, as low health as they are, they can't stop us from getting, or at least hitting the tower. And Morgana missing her binding on me, which is fairly easy to dodge in most occasions. And I completely screw up my dash stun, but it's alright because Wukong has my back and he picks up Cassidy, which is kind of sad. I wanted it. And Annie gets nailed by the ulti there, but she's still alive, although honestly probably better that she died. Nunu playing Bruiser, body blocker, even though he's AP. I pick up the health just to prevent it from going to the enemy team. Again, it seems a bit dickish because Annie could have grabbed it, but still, Ezreal just popping off his. That's probably actually just a screwed up monobar by the looks of it. All right, that's what it is. Just the monobar, for whatever reason, it's white. But as I said, it seems kind of dickish, but on the other hand, it prevents the enemy team from picking it up, which is almost, if not as important as keeping them from... And there's a dash, and I get silence. I just keep going because I don't want to get poked at the tower all day. So if I die, I die, but I want my team to do something. And actually, I don't die, and Nunu gets a beautiful ulti off on, unfortunately, only Morgana, but that's going to lead to her kill as well, as you see there. So now I'm coming up, and I'm looking again. Anyone out of position? No. Okay, so I'm just going to stay back. Again, I'm falling into the trap of maybe it's better I should die, but in all due honesty, my dash-in stun could be a very strong contribute, and I can try and lifesteal a little bit, but it didn't work. I got poked by Ezreal and lost a nice chunk of my health. Ezreal does hurt, but unfortunately his team isn't trying to protect him as much, and those that do try to protect him, yeah, Annie was suiciding there. She was just hoping to pull up a kill, and I ulti and just wait, and I choose my target. We get Galio, and unfortunately I wasn't able to whiff off my ulti there. So I could have killed Shyvana if I could have got my ulti off, but I just couldn't do it, so unfortunately Shyvana ends up living. But, we got minions coming up. They're not going to go at the tower and tank it. Ezreal's going to blow his ulti, which fortunately is going to miss everybody. I know he's doing it just to clear the minions, but see, that's the thing about an Ezreal ult. you can usually shoot that right down the middle of the lane and hit a lot of people. And the Ezreal ult has a short cooldown. So it's actually not a bad idea at times just to let it rip down the lane so you're doing damage to people coming in. So they're already starting at a disadvantage. So again, my team just going in strong. You know, we have a nice lead, 22-17. We have a near 2k gold lead. There's the Nunu ult that does just a ton of damage, as to paraphrase somebody. But at this point, we could actually probably just bum rush the turret. And people fall for that Wukong a lot. They really do. I just want the tower, so I'm going to continue to hammer on as Annie gets taken out by the Ezreal ult. Is Ezreal going... Oh, that's right. It's right here in front of me. No, Ezreal's going AD. It kind of looks like he's looking for a blue Ezreal build. So I'm backing up with Nunu because it's just me and Nunu left. But we did pick off the tower. So now their inhibitor's exposed. It's really just going to be a matter of time at this point. You see, I do like to press laugh and all that in here. And I see Nunu in trouble. And I'm debating going in and helping. I want to get Ezreal. There's the stun. Unfortunately, I'm going to get CC'd to death. But I finally do get Ezreal, and I get the shutdown, which made it worth it in my eyes. I knew Ezreal was on a killing spree. I knew he was worth something. I wanted to take him out. And even though I got CC'd and taken down, I took Ezreal out, which actually is going to strongly benefit my team here. As, there you go. We get Shyvana and Galio, and even Kassadin's down. So that's really strong for my team. So I went a little suicidal, but it paid off. I was able to get the shutdown while giving up my kill. See, I got the shutdown completely on me. They got assists, so I don't know how you'd want to break it up, but to me, it was worth it. And unfortunately, the Ezreal ult picks up 2 kills. I thought Ezreal was going blue Ezreal, but no, he picks up the Trinity Force. What am I looking at to get now? I think I'm waiting for the Black Cleaver. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going for. What is this? Oh yeah, that's right, it's the Sanguine Blade. That's right, that's what it's called, the Sanguine Blade. Yep, there we go. I was just waiting for the Black Cleaver to tick out. So now I got the Black Cleaver running. I've got the Sanguine Blade. I did take Merc Treads to reduce incoming damage, not incoming damage, incoming CC some more than I did to reduce damage. You know, our tank I was hoping would be Wukong, but he only kind of got the, well, not only kind of, he did. He only got the Frozen Mallet. I'm sorry, I do these late at night because it's kind of like the best time to do them. The wind's quiet, the door's closed, the family's quiet, so there's not a lot of background noise. But the offshoot is I'm a little tired when I do them. But the Ezreal ult going off there does a fair amount of damage, but Ezreal's in trouble. And he immediately bails out, being very low health. Well, my team's actually still pretty strong. So I believe they suffered in that exchange despite the Ezreal ult. And they're just throwing all kinds of things into the bush there, thinking that somebody might be there, but we're all back by our tower. You see, they're just constantly wasting stuff. Not that it matters this late in the game too much, but still. But Draven's looking pretty strong. Annie's not looking too bad. Wukong's okay, and Nunu's definitely pretty strong right now. I would not want to get caught. I would not want to get caught in a Nunu ult, even a partly channeled one. And Kassadin just gets blown up there, which is a major hit to the team right now. Kassadin's ability to walk in silence and slow in his burst. And I'm too far back as Wukong just goes nuts with Draven, and they pick up Ezreal, who is already low health. And I move in like I'm actually contributing something. But it's actually a triple kill to Draven. And we're going to knock out their inhibitor. Now it's just a matter of time waiting for their tower. We have enough minions here. Kassadin's going to try and come in. but there's not a lot he's going to be able to do. I'm just going to tank out this tower. I'm not the tanky one, but we do so much damage right now, it doesn't matter. And then that's just going to be the end of it. They're going to try and stop us, but I don't know. Ezreal froze for whatever reason. He could have taken me down, but I really doubt he could have stopped all of us from taking down the Nexus. So that's it. Once we took out Kassadin, they were in trouble. And then we were able to just dive on them and blow them up. And despite a couple early respawns, it just didn't have enough to do it. We had too much damage at that point. We had too much of a lead, almost 10 kills, about 5k, slightly less, but not much, of a 5k gold lead. You know, we were really strong. We had two good upfront killers. We had Nunu and Annie for a nice AP burst. And then we had Draven in the background, just really strong. You know, Ezreal did good, but other than that, Kassadin, you know, he did okay, but Morgana suffered, and Galio truly suffered. As a matter of fact, Galio getting the Frozen Heart was probably a bad choice. And Shyvana, she tried, and she actually didn't do bad, but I don't know. She just, I think she tried to go too hard a couple times and ended up paying for it. And, you know, like I said, the big guy on our side, of course, is Draven. But I actually went 8-4, which is really solid. And Nunu 6-6. Wukong 5-5. And Annie, she suffered a bit, but, you know, she got out there and was a disruption. So it was actually really beneficial to our team. So that's it for this one, folks. That was the Unsung Heroes of League of Legends, and that was Riven. This time I played her more as an AD assassin. I didn't accomplish as much as I wanted, but overall it went pretty well. Until next time, this is One Big Bugger signing out, and I'll see you then.